I want to go back to the beginning, way back. How did your producers land on this project? How did this whole thing start?
My producer, Damien Jones, was visiting Kenwood House, which is the house that Dido Belle was raised in. And it's a beloved house in England. We have like jazz festivals on the grounds, you know, but it's also a house that you can visit and you can look at the artifacts there and you can look at the furniture, you know, and just the decor in general. And at that particular time, the painting of Dido Belle, it's an infamous painting where she's this biracial girl standing next to her cousin, who is white, and they're treated as equals in the painting. This painting has come back from Scone Palace in Scotland, where it normally lives, and it's been hung on display in Kenwood House. He sees this painting with his wife, who happens to be a woman of color, and she says, you should be making a movie about this. You should really be making a movie about this. And she doesn't let it go. And so he walks around with a postcard of the print, a print of the portrait in his pocket, and he goes about, long before I ever came along, trying to get a story, you know, using Dido Belle's history and getting it off the ground. And it was a long process, you know, a lot of rejection. It wasn't working. I like to think I came on board and changed that.
Your reaction when they approached you?
So it was Damien Jones who approached me, along with the British Film Institute, who were previously the Film Council, who have financed all of the work that I've done so far as a filmmaker and as a writer and as a director. And they had, you know, very much said to him, you know, have you shown Amma this postcard, this portrait? Because she is completely, A, obsessed with love stories. She's an irrepressible romantic. But B, she also is obsessed with the 18th century and knows a lot about it. I had been I'd been commissioned to write an adaptation of a Jane Austen piece called Lady Susan, which is one that hasn't been made for cinema yet. So I was working hard on that and doing all my research when this postcard came to me. And you know, what I saw was the opportunity to possibly tell a story that combined politics, race, art, and history, and that would be a dream if that were possible. So you know, after that long process of him trying to get a movie off of the ground, it then you know, fell into my lap, and it was about me working out the vision for a story and a kind of thematic platform to the story that would root the story, that would make it not just another costume drama, but something that was hopefully more important.
And finally, can you just give me quickly your thought on doing this kind of historic film? Because we've never seen this story of a mixed race girl being raised as an aristocrat and in high society. I mean, it's unheard of.
Can I tell you how good it feels as a filmmaker? Can I tell you how good it feels to you know, be able to give a voice to the historic character, but B, create a role for a woman of color to be front and center in the lead of a period drama? As a little girl, all I wanted to do was put on those dresses and run around and pretend I was in Gone with the Wind and all of that, and then realize that I wouldn't be wearing those dresses during that period. You know, well, most movies would have me as the maid. And so to be able to give an actress the opportunity to be in a real period drama feels good. I wanted to make it as traditional and timeless as possible and as recognizable to the audience, so that you know that world. You've seen Pride and Prejudice, you've seen all those movies, Sense and Sensibility, but here's one in a way that you haven't quite seen it before. It feels great. Made in Hollywood.